All right, it is 10 o'clock on a Wednesday. You know what that means. It's time to explore Eorzea. Episode 11 today. We are going to focus on looking at getting our chocobo real shortly here to help speed up processes. And we will go through the MSQ a little bit so that we can unlock jobs. We will finish up with Gladiator, Thaumaturge, and Pugilist and get those job crystals and abilities and all that jazz. We got one friend here. Don't know if anybody else is joining today. If they do, great. If not, that's okay. We'll let them catch up on another time. Haven't heard specifically from anyone though, so let's get going. I think the first thing we're gonna do is make sure that we can get some flame seals, so that we can buy our chocobo just without having to go out and do fates and stuff. And I believe the 7th Dawn, the MSQ one, will give us 300. So we may as well do that because we also have to go a little bit further to unlock jobs because we have to get to Sylph Management Quest. So for now, we're going to pop over to Vesper Bay and talk to Minfilia. And how you doing today, Sina? Alright. Welcome back, Eorzeon. Lady Minfilia awaits you within. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tales of her heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Eorzeon. Now, when we last spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you've already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Hey, Biggs and Wedge. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. How did I not ever really, pick up on this? I knew that, Biggs and Big made sense, but you think of Wedge, and Wedge is also, a small thing. Huh. So yeah, Biggs is big, and Wedge is, tiny. I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... Spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Okay, cool. We got our flame seals. And then Sylph Management Quest right here is the one we need to have completed to do jobs.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Eorzeon, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldesion?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
Deja vu.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
For us. So Garuda is known to be fierce, huh? Necklace in play. Oh man, I gotta open up my chat for your little comments. I'll also take a look at Thancred when I can get a chance. Alright, so we need to pop over to Adder's Nest. I think we'll just go do like Sylph management real fast, then go to Ul'dah and get Chocobo and do whatever we need to for the jobs. Just all in one kind of swoop. So, Gridania. He's leaning outside the wall, outside the solar. Alright, you caught me at the last possible moment. Alright, let's go check it out. There you are, Thancred. Let's see if I can see. Hey, look, yeah. Right there. It is new. You know anything about it? Traipsing around the woods is hardly my forte. 'Tis only fitting that those two should be the ones to assist you this time. Lest you harbor concerns about me and my idle hands, know that I will be busy conducting my own independent investigation while you entreat the sylphs. It's spoilery. Okay. Then we'll hold on to it. Remember how sad he was last time? Yes, of course I do. That's a hint. Okay. Let's see if anybody's changed anything in here. Guess what, Eorzeon? We found our third man. 'Twas Satsflow. How could I ever forget about Satsflow? The three of us always... Wait, the three of us was always together, I think. So they do, like... They change in here. Like, a lot. Leaving. Once upon a time, I aspired to make my name as an adventurer. It all came crashing down that fateful day when I lost the man who led my party. The man who had won my heart. Leavine comes into play later. Is she one of those... Is she the one that was so mean to Edda? If I could not protect my love, how could I hope to protect my realm? I sunk into the depths of despair. Pathetic, is it not? Others may have come to join the great cause, while I'm only here because I have nowhere else to go. Because she's definitely in Tamtara Hard. Like, I remember that name. Isn't she? And so, like, is there a love triangle between her and Avir and Edda that I just never knew about? Let's see. Harbert, we already talked to. And then there was... Abba was sitting up here. He's now over here. Tell me you were instrumental... They tell me you were instrumental in Ifrit's defeat. Bravo, Eorzeon, bravo. Perhaps you heard of my exploits? The flames and I struck a decisive blow against the lizardmen by destroying and pillaging their stores of crystals. Aye, they won't be summoning their primal again anytime soon. So interesting. They are doing stuff in the background. Abba neglects to mention that our allied forces suffered heavy casualties. The operation succeeded, but at a great cost. With an outcome like that, should we truly consider it a victory? Abba says we should, but I'm not so sure. With the addition of 2 engineers you rescued, the Waking Sands has become lively indeed. Were you aware that the entry into the sands requires the fulfillment of certain conditions? One must either gain recognition from the Scions, or earn the approval of Tataru. Our Lalafell clerk has quite a discerning eye for character. There is a lot here that you can miss out on very easily. Ramu, beloved primal of the Sylphs, rooted is he in the laws of Eld, the stern arbiter of the forest. Legend hath it his thunderous entity appeareth in the guise of an elderly sage. Thus doth history oft speak to the old man of the woods. And Brennan. He is not the guy that brought us to Ul'dah. They told me it was Brent was the name, that delivered their goods. Maybe if I wait a while, he'll come back with another shipment. But he's probably one of the other 2. Probably, I'm guessing, Limsa, by his colors. Interesting that he would show up here. Even though he's not in my playthrough. And I've got to look up Leovian real fast because I'm so curious. I swear she is. Leovian was part of the doomed party of adventurers consisting of her, Avir, Edda, and Pio Ryo. Interesting. So she totally was in love with Avir, which is why she was so mad that Edda let him die. Yeah, because they're first seen outside Sestasha. She's briefly mentioned in the main scenario quest, Fire in the Gloom, for berating Edda for the death of Avir and admonishing her to discard Avir's severed head. Then she can be found at the Waking Sands from level 20 to 34 main story quests. She bemoans the fate of her love. Right. Yeah, and then there's more that happens to her. Interesting. Yes, and she does appear in Temtara Heart. So yeah, there's a little bit that I didn't know. Leovian loved Avir. We can also talk to Biggs and Wedge. We haven't forgotten how you saved us, Eorzeon. Don't worry, Wedge and I mean to repay the favor in kind. I like it here. Safe, hidden, a bit dank and dingy perhaps, but I've known worse. Plus the receptionist was rather charming, don't you think? Alright, let's roll over to Gridania. And go talk to the captain there. Oh, but first let's grab the blue quest here to unlock the White Wolf Gate. Eorzeon, is it not? I've been following your exploits with great interest. You served Ul'dah well, but I believe your greatest accomplishments are yet to come. It is with such lofty expectations that I would grant you passage beyond Gridania's own White Wolf Gate. Take this pass and show it to the gatekeeper. Gird yourself well for the battles to come, and I'm sure that news of your deeds will reach me again before long. And soon we will also unlock crafters and gatherers and start leveling them up. Vorsail? Hulawa? I don't know. I'm so bad with like French style names. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Scions once more if we are to. Ah, beg pardons. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Alright, so Sylph management is now done. Like, we can actually go get a chocobo. But since we're here, we'll grab the quest. Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? I most certainly do not. Morning, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late. Oh, so they were familiar with each other before that, even. Which is interesting, because you would think that they would be Scions from, like, the get-go, given that they're Charlian with these tattoos. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard what we were investigating in the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that call the depths of the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the Elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that the Sylphs' relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of a primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ramu, or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistake a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorn Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs? This should be pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorn Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo. Alright. So we'll do two things while we're here. We're close to the Wolf Gate, so we'll just head there real quick and unlock it. And then we will roll up to the West Shore Pier, because that will take the main story quest into East Shroud, at which point we can just teleport to the Hawthorn Hut, because I think we've been there already, right? Oh! I haven't? It must be on something else I've been doing lately. Only those who possess a gate pass may travel through the White Wolf Gate. Yeah, papers, let us see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. Go in safety, Eorzeon. In the future, should you wish to pass, you need only say the word. Let's see. My earrings. I could use some earrings. Oh, and there's a yellow quest that appears. Roustabont has a task for a capable adventurer. It is no ordinary adventurer who is granted passage to the White Wolf Gate. I am Roustabont of the Wood Whalers, and I would see you live up to your reputation. My fellow whalers at Dunstan Spire are in grave need of an adventurer's aid. Should you have a mind to make yourself more useful, make yourself useful. Travel there and seek out the venue or whatever. So, as we go out, we'll do that. But for now, we're going to roll back. Actually, I want to see what this yellow quest is. Level 2, for friendship. Because it's kind of like the only one that's not a... I guess there is another one in the Carpenter's Guild. Let's just check it out. Nicolio. I know all about adventurers. You'll do anything for a reward, won't you? Well then, I want you to make Annalie laugh. She's no good with strangers, so you should introduce yourself politely. First introduce. With a bow! And where is this gal? I can make it. I tell you, just watch. You're gonna fall in again. Ooh, helic. I was told playing with the younglings would make me a better carpenter. I don't think it's working. I'm getting sucked into, Redanian quests, though. Which is derailing everything. Hi. We'll just do it while we're here, though. That seemed to work, but she still looks sad. Try sharing the joy in your heart with her. That'll prove how nice you are. You're odd. Thanks. I think she's starting to like you. Good, now that you've broken the ice, I bet if you surprise her and just start dancing, she'll laugh her head off. Giggle. Ah, you're a really good dancer, mister. That looked fun. Maybe I should try it sometime. Aw, what good friends. Thank you, you're pretty good at this. Annalie lost her father 5 years ago, during all the fighting. She hasn't laughed much since then. So wanted to, I mean, we're all worried, but a lot of the younglings have been following me around lately, and you wouldn't understand. Actually, I would. Thanks for your help. Alright. Let's not get sucked into all of Gridania's business. We'll come back and do Gridania another time. But we are going to go to the West Shore Pier, take the quest into East Shroud. Probably go get the Hawthorne Hut Aetheryte. So we'll go to Lancers. Oh my goodness, we didn't do anything. Ugh. Coming back to bite me in the butt. I don't think we even got Archer's Guild, did we? We're just gonna pick up the Aetherites. Yeah, so we'll go pick up the Hawthorne Hut Aetherite, and then we will go to Ul'dah. Actually, I could take the Aetherite back to Gridania Plaza, as it'll load in 2 seconds. So much running everywhere. It's gonna be really brutal after we get used to flying everywhere and then having to do the ether currents in later expansions again. Alright, Mitani. The ferry dock to the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorne Hut without much trouble. Which we are just going to get the Aetherite. So let's see. Lavender Beds is the adventurer's home zone, so purchase passage to Sweet Bloom Pier. Happen to be heading across, and yeah, we'll go with you. Cool. So if you'll notice, anytime you unlock a full area, you get 10% of your current level. 88,000 to get to my next level. I got 8,800. So I actually haven't pushed the limits of that to see how far that goes. But theoretically, if you wait a long time to unlock some areas, like the end of A Realm Reborn has Mordona and Northern Thanalan that are like level 50 areas, and they, like East Shroud, unlock the entire map all at once, and so you could get a huge boost of experience, which is doubled by Preferred World bonus, probably. So maybe it's 5% without the Preferred World bonus, or maybe the Preferred World bonus does not activate on it, because it's a specific percentile calculation. I'd have to do some testing. In theory, there might even be some dungeons you can unlock at super duper high levels, because there are skippable places. I'm gonna have to look into that and probably do a short. Alright, we'll hit Hawthorne Hut, and then we will go back to Gridania, get our Chocobo. Or not Gridania, Ul'dah. Okay, so our friend with the... Oh no, we need the Chocobo issuance first. So we go up to the Quartermaster, who gives you supplies. And then it's in Materiel, not Materials, Flame Chocobo Issuance, boom. And we take that over to the Adventurers Guild, because that's near Mimigan, the Moogle, maybe? Not a Moogle. A little Lalafell? In charge of Chocobos. Yeah, it's a Lalafell. Who's wearing it? Chocobo head. That's what it is. Want a bird issued, you say? Then I'll need to see your Flame Chocobo issuance. It's quite a reach. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your Chocobo. Aw, yeah. And here he is. The fellow has been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you'll want to give your noble steed a name. Ooh, what to name my Chocobo? Let's see. Chocobo. Let's see. Let's see. Exploring Eorzea. Eorzeon. You know, I think I'm just gonna go with Zeo. Like in Eorzeon. Okay. I dare say he likes his name. Here's your very own Chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it, and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas, or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with Chocobo Rider's License, as is required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Hooray! Personal Chocobo. Okay, so we gotta use the item. Cool. So I'm actually going to go into Mount Roulette here and just drag that. I don't know if Roulette actually works if you don't have more than one unlocked, so we might have to change it to just like mount the Chocobo with the Chocobo whistle from the mount guide. We'll test that out when we go to our next area, which will be for our job quests. So we need to go to Eastern Thanalan for one. I believe that's also in Eastern Thanalan. Yep. And then Pugilist is Southern Thanalan. We have the Halloween mount though. That's true. Okay, cool. So we're going to go to Eastern Thanalan. We're going to start picking up these job quests to get our jobs. Eastern Thanalan. Alright, yeah, so Mount Roulette. Actually, one thing I am going to do is I'm going to start my hidden hotbar, because I like to have my mount on Z so I can easily pop in and out at will. So I generally find like hotbar 7 is just one that's kind of out of the way, and I get it ready to go, and then I set it there, and then I go into keybind, hotbar. Hotbar 7, and that was slot 1. So if I say Z and apply, now if I hit Z, it will do my Mount Roulette, right? But I don't want to see this, so I just save with it hidden, and hey, we're good. Dismounting personal chocobos, you can dismount with the same mount button. You can dismount any mount that way. Except for ones that are like event-driven ones where you get put on and you have to click the dismount button. Okay, we are going to split the party for a minute while we do our thing with Aldous. Aldous and a bag of chips. And where have you been? Busy drowning in some sweet young thing's eyes? Well, if that's the case, I understand completely. You'll have to tell me if the dialogue is different for you, Sina. It's been 7 years since Mila's father was laid to rest here. He was mean and stubborn, an old goat through and through, but when he danced with sword in hand, it was pure poetry in motion. Mila's right. There's no way I could know what it was like for her back then, forced to replace her father under such terrible circumstances. Uh-oh, trouble comes. And who might you be? Another of Leovold's lackeys? Master Leovold has been most distressed since learning of your return. This is unacceptable. Your master does not deserve your loyalty, kitten. When you've outlived your usefulness, he'll dispose of you like so many others. Believe me, I speak from personal experience. Say what you will, I will not be swayed. She looks awfully determined to kill me. Still, I'm not really in the mood to play. Mind stopping her, Eorzeon? Wow, just pass off your own defense and responsibility. Oh, fine, whatever. I got you. I got you, boy. Oh, I have arm's length now. How marvelous. So apparently to Cena he said, I like a woman who keeps me waiting. It nurtures the sense of anticipation. Read her movements, Eorzeon. It's not exactly high literature. Your interference is inexcusable. Watch it, Eorzeon. This kitten has claws. Not really. It's not exactly high literature. You've gotten stronger. Good. I'm glad Mila has a man like you to rely upon. Dude, how does he walk in those? He's wearing like little clog things with... I don't know, man. She's her father's daughter, a leader of men, a true warrior, and an obstinate woman who let her feelings cloud her judgment. Which is why she needs to be surrounded by dependable people who will ever give her good counsel and keep her temper in check. Now more than ever. Stick by her. She needs you more than she knows. She needs you, Aldous. Haven't you listened to a word I said? She needs dependable people. In case you haven't noticed, I'm anything but. I'm only here because of unfinished business. When it's settled, there will be no reason left for me to stay. I owe it to her old man to put an end to this, to give him peace in Thal's realm by making Leovold answer for his crimes. Remember what I said, Eorzeon. Now go. She's probably wondering where you are. Fine, fine. Okay. Next one is Thaumaturge. It's probably going to have us break apart anyway, but we'll just jump on. Oh, it's so much faster! Oh, glorious day. Where is our... So somewhere around here. We're picking up chapters from the Book of Mormo. You're interested in reading our Book of Mormo? Of course, of course. It would be a pleasure to share our findings with a fellow student of the Void Scent. Here's the first chapter, my own humble contribution to our research. It tells the tale of how we became aware of the creature's existence, and delves into the nature of the urn that imprisoned her fell power. Alright, let's see. Smirking Void Smith? Void Math, gotcha. If you seek the definitive work on Mormo, then seek no further. I have penned an in-depth analysis of a most cunning ritual, a method contrived by the mages of Eld to annihilate the soul of this especially potent void scent. When it comes to draining such a creature of its etheric energies, one must... but I have not the time to stand here explaining the intricacies of shaping arcane pottery. Here, take my chapter and read it at your leisure. Alright, let's see. I gotta find... I'm sure it's in the inn, to be honest. Oh, nope. Came to the right spot. Flustered Void Math. You wish to learn of Mormo? Right this instant? But we barely... How did you... Well, I suppose I could spare a copy of my writings. I've already prepared several extra sets to share with potential publishers. I can well understand your curiosity. Mormo is truly fascinating, even among the oddities of the Void Scent. She's far too powerful to make use of the tiny holes that open between our realities, and thus must send across only her spirit to possess a corpse, or some other suitable host. You'll find it all explained there in the second chapter. We have assembled the Book of Mormo. And then we take it back to the Thaumaturge's Guild. And then, let's see, on Holy Ground... and Starcross Rose. So, on Holy Ground would take us back to Mila. Let's go to Southern Thanalan, though, so that we can pick up the Pugilist quest. Which we have not been to. Cool. Let's roll out. and go get the Alamegan Aetheryte. Oh yeah, hunting. I'm forgetting about hunting too. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff we're missing. That will help get us 230 so we can unlock jobs and stuff. So maybe we'll make some pit stops while questing and just make sure that our hunt logs are up to date, because there is stuff in Southern Thanalan that's going to be on our next set. Halatali? Do we have Halatali to unlock? We do! Good catch. Where is it, though? Bafajoni at Halatali. It's like right there. Boom. Okay. It was covered under that thing. That's why I didn't see it. Good call. What would I do without you, Sina? If it's the halls of Halatali you seek, you need seek no further. Permit me to tell you something of this place. The name comes from an ancient tongue, Halatali, meaning the land of many shadows. It was here that our distant ancestors first settled, and you have not come all this way for a lesson on history. Listen, do you not hear the howls and growls? Do you not feel how they shake the very earth beneath you? The sounds of these sounds are the work of no wind, my friend, nor the rumbling, the doing of any shadows. They are the calls of Halatali, for now the beast once kept the Colosseum lurked there. And these are no gentle beasts broken by the hand of man. No, there are those within even the might of the immortal flames cannot tame. From the look of you, you must be Eorzeon. I received word that Nedrick might be along. By his recommendation, I grant you leave to enter freely. I only pray you are able to find your way out. He's like a private. How does he have the authority to do this in the first place? And, he's very loquacious. He should be an author instead. Halatali now accessible. It's not part of the MSQ, so we can just kind of do it at our leisure. We won't necessarily do it right now. We're always on the lookout for a new talent, what with the old talent getting mauled and killed. Proper training at a place such as this, now that helps. We'll do that probably when we get a full group together. As for now, let's go to Southern Thanalan and hit the Aetheryte. Hey, Bood, how's it going, man? Better question, why don't you have a character up in here joining us on this adventure? I mean, you're probably at work or something, but still, I mean, it's just work. Braving new depths, we have to be 35. I don't have any classes that are 35 yet. Okay. Star-crossed rivals, pugilist. He's actually taller than I have ever noticed. One funny thing is that you can actually you can fly up to the top of that. I don't think you can actually stand on the platform, but you can sit on the roof. It's funny. I can't, you know, show you right now. Alright. So we're gonna explore Southern Thanalan / Little Alamigo in great detail as we go. There's a long quest chain in here. Right, for now we're just gonna grab the Aetheryte and then go do the Pugilist quest. Chuchudo. I've been waiting for you, Eorzeon. Today, your training will be to prepare for Master Hayman's training. I brought with me a set of striking dummies, and I want you to deploy them at certain locations. Lest you think that this task will be drudgery, the locations are rife with peril. Your skills will most certainly be put to the test. By way of advice, if you must approach dangerous fiends, lightness of foot is your greatest ally. Off with you now, Eorzeon. Go set up those striking dummies. I shall await your return. Alright, so there's one that we set up like, in the camp here. Which, if I take that off, can show us that it's down that pathway. Striking. Oh, excuse me, dummy. Alright. There's not a... Oh, there is a doorway out that way. So there are 4 There's one there, one there. Interesting. I wonder if the fourth one will be after we've set the other three. Or wait, maybe one... Yep, Starcrossed Rivals. There's one behind this. We'll go around these guys. They are sight only, so we are fine as long as we're behind them. Although I think you got hit, so I'll try to grab some of that aggro from you. Oh, these are the tough ones too. Yeah, about that. You might want to just roll away for a minute and come back. This is going to take a while. Because these are the elite ones. Oh, I don't have my shift bar set up. That's right. Oh, I'm so gonna die. It's fine. I'll just teleport back to Southern Thailand. Oh, you're good, you're good. Just trying to help out a homie. Southern Thailand. This is the first time you died? Is that the first time I've died? I don't think so. I think I died in a couple of duties. Anyhow. Yeah, so it's actually okay if you pick up like the weaker guys, because they die quickly and they don't hit as hard, but like these ones right here are regular. But these guys, with this little symbol right here, look sharper. They take forever to kill. So let's weave our way around here. Actually, I'll take the aggro for a little bit if you just want to set up the striking dummy. Oh no, did you get one again? Or are you talking about me? Go ahead. Just go set up the dummy. While I roll out of here. Alright, looks like you're all good. We can just roll past them. Although, I need some of these seers for the hunt log for the Immortal Flames, so I'm going to take this guy on. See if I can sneak another seer from somewhere. There are 3 right here. Which is what we need. Cool. Alright, stand in this guy's line of sight. Behind this guy if we can. Oh, he got me anyway. Maybe they were connected, I don't know. Alright. Cool. One thing I often forget is the Immortal Flames, like, hunt log thing, too. Because it's just kind of... It doesn't appear when you hit H, you have to go searching for it. It's probably connected, yeah. Bibimu. Right, 35. Which we are not. Oh man. Here's the time to put our handy trick to the test though. I'm gonna stun. And that gives me a few seconds. Oh, he used an AoE attack too, so that helped. But anyway, we're set up. And then we'll go into the home of the Corpse Brigade, the Sepulchre, as it's called. Corpse Brigade, if you'll remember, is a thing from Final Fantasy Tactics. It was basically the displaced from the war who were impoverished and forgotten about. And they did some pretty terrible things, yes. But you also have to kind of feel bad for them. And I think the lore of this place is actually kind of similar. They're displaced from war. And so, like, somebody set up a camp to use as a headquarters. In fact, there's a fate here, I believe, that has you fight kind of like the head of it, and her name is Meluda, which is the same name as the leader in, one of the leaders in Final Fantasy Tactics. Just gonna teleport over there real fast. I'm a fan of Final Fantasy Tactics, if you didn't pick up on that yet. Alright, we're gonna have to split. Excellent work, Eorzeon. All that's left is to have Master Heyman come and train. Uh-oh, it's little Riku. What are you doing here? That adventure is a negative influence on Master Heyman. I'm going to see that it never bothers him again. What are you talking about? Eorzeon's the best thing that happened to him, Master, in years. If you want a piece of him, you'll have to deal with me, too. And guess what we have? An AoE, since we are above level 26. Although, what did we learn about in our monk guide that I am now struggling to remember only a few weeks later? Was it 2 targets that we, let's see, how many targets before Armor the Destroyer? Okay, that's what it was. So if you have Rock Breaker, the 3rd hit in the combo, that's when you need to switch to AoE mode. If you only have Armor the Destroyer, you just spam Armor the Destroyer. By the way, AoE plus Bloodbath, really great way for healing tons. They still have Fire Fist, you notice that? That's a good eye. I'm a little busy with the, fighting stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of old skills that are still around. Like, you'll see gladiators using, like, Flash and stuff. Grown strong, Rurakuda, but not strong enough. Good job, Chichudo. Also, welcome. Why, Rurakuda? Why are you so bent on bringing down Master Heyman and seeing the guild in ruins? You have it all wrong. I'm doing this for Master's own sake. It's true I left the guild for the shock of seeing Master in that pathetic state, and it's true I got involved with some unsavory types. But where else was I supposed to go? Me, a refugee without a guild to his name. But for all the ungrateful things I've done, I've never forgotten how Master Heyman took me in, and instructed me in the ways of the fist. This is why I wanted to give him to give up his foolish notion of facing Wegfar. You don't know that man like I do, Chuchudo. Should this fight come to pass, I fear Master won't walk away with his life. It doesn't matter that Master's grown weak and feeble. I just want him to live, even if it means having him swallow his pride. Oh, Rurakuda, why didn't you just say so? But now that I know your mind, I can say with confidence that you have no cause to fear. Eorzeon is not the plague that you think he is. It's his will to succeed that's inspiring Master to regain his former strength. And when the day of the rematch finally comes, I've no doubt he will wallop that odious Wakefar to the 7th hell and back. I pray you're right, but whatever happens, know that I cannot help you, not where I am. CHOBCO, Eorzeon, I leave Master Haemon in your care. That felt liberating. Trading blows with Rurakuda and learning his true agenda, a great burden has been lifted off my chest. Let's return to the guild, Eorzeon. You've had your training, and now it's time for Master Haemon's. Perfect, so now we have all 3 of them finished. We can go back and, I think, do our level 30s. Great! Okay, let's return. Oh, wait. I still have that on this bar. Cool. Don't need that either. Boom. Alright, so we're already a pugilist, and it's right across the way, so let's go there. Alright. Welcome back, Eorzeon. I'm told you've kindly set up some dummies for me. But man, did you have to put them in such dangerous places? To make matters worse, Chichudo's hidden my grog and says I won't see a drop of it till I finish training. How am I supposed to loosen my phlegm now? That girl will make a fine guildmaster when the time comes. I heard about Rurakudo as well, of course. For all his shortcomings, the boy has a good heart. How did you hear about that? Like, we're the only 2 that knew. I guess Chichudo's here. Well, but while his concern is touching, I won't run from Wakefar. Not today, not ever. On that note, I'd best get ready for my little jaunt to Little Alamigo. If I can't face down a few mindless beasts, I'm in no shape to challenge Wakefar. Don't slack off, Eorzeon, or I'll leave you in my dusty wake. Oh, it's dusty, alright. Ooh, let's see. I'm in desperate need of some pants. Oh, that's right, we're not level 30. We gotta go do the hunt logs and stuff. What am I thinking? And that's true for Thaumaturge as well. So, Central Tantaland it is. We can also use a leveling roulette if we need to help there. But that will only be good for like 1. I guess we could just do a dungeon. Or progress in MSQ and just come back for these jobs later. It's an option. However, I am so far behind on the hunt log, I just want to make sure that it gets done. So let's go to Central Thanalan, out the Gate of Nald. And we have chocobos. First things first. Kill the tortoise. Alright. There's not another tortoise around here. There might be one over there. There is. We need 2 more though. When we go to Western Thanalan, nah, let's just go kill it. I promise I'm not indecisive. Maybe. It's possible. Alrighty. It don't take super long to respawn, but we need to make sure we've killed everything else that comes around here. Antling sentries. Aren't they the ones that are nearby? Oh my goodness. We need giant tortoises for that too. Toxic toads are up here. These are antling workers. We're gonna need a bunch of turtles anyway, so we'll go Western Thanalan to finish those off, I'm sure. Alright, Cochineal, Cactor, and Quiberon attendants are up there. Antling sentry. Oh, hey, look. A giant tortoise. Okay. So that at least covers that one. The sentries, I never know if they're over here or over here. We'll go over here. And we need 4 on Pugilist and 3 on Sentry, or on Thaumaturge. Speaking of Thaumaturge, we're gonna have to put Thunder 2 where it actually goes. Oh wait, why not? Oh, I couldn't do it while it was... Thunder 2. There we go, remove that. So, Antling Worker... 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 I think it's the big ones. Okay, yes, sentries are here. Alright, so I've got mine for Thaumaturge. I don't know if you need any more. We need another giant tortoise, and we'll head over to the... Oh! Pugilist. That's right. Just western view, okay. And we went to the Waking Sands, and I forgot to get the bogeys. What was I thinking? But we actually get extra tickets. We get like 67, and we only go like 20 times tops, so we'll get more. We'll just pop over and... Oh, we were in Drybone too. Hunt logs, you're killing me. Quiver on guards when we go over there. Thaumaturge still needs a giant tortoise. Okay, cool beans. And the toxic toads are over there as well. Okay. Cochineal cactuars. Okay. We're gonna do this right. And we're gonna do hunts as we see them. You need nobles in Eastern. Okay. When we pop over there for blowfly swarms, we'll pick up some nobles. Cochineal cactuars and quiver and attendants on Thaumaturge. Let's also check the Immortal Flames one. Eastern Thangland Sandgate, so that's over near Halatali. That's in Halatali, Halatali, and Halatali. And then East Shroud Bramble Patch. When we go there for MSQ, we can make sure to get that. Okay, so I don't yet have that thing where it automatically shifts. Let's see, so that's good on Thaumaturge for that, but we need Cochineal cactuars. Okay, 2 more. We need some quiver on attendants as well. And I need them on both Thaumaturge and Gladiator. This one 2 on Thaumaturge. Okay. Switch over to Gladiator. And I need quiver and guards, okay. And I need 3, so that's perfect. Alright. We are good on that. We just need bogeys, blowfly storms, bogeys, toxic toads, and bogeys. Okay. Toxic toads were on Thaumaturge. And then I don't know that we're gonna make it to 30. Okay. Need one more. Okay, cool. Just need bogeys, and blowfly swarms. So we'll pop over to Eastern Thanalan, grab the blowfly swarms for Pugilist, as well as we'll pick up a Amalja Hunter. Let's see, Pugilist. Oh, somebody killed that one. It was the guard. There are two up there, though. Oh, we also need to pick up some nobles you had mentioned, so let's hop over to the Invisible City. And is there any other stuff you need? I'm so sore. Went ice skating last night and, like, pushed it. Skated hard. My body is a little bit complaining. How many nobles do you need? 3. Oh, he's right there. He fell off the thingy. Alright, did you get it? Alright, can't grab him just for sake of time. We'll hit the Amalja thing in the area near Halatali. What is it? Amalja Hunter, we need 3. Bloated bogey, bloated bogey, bloated bogey. Which that's going to give us 16,000, so 32,000. Which is not even enough to take us to level 29. So yeah. We can do like some leveling roulettes and stuff if you want. But I feel like that's kind of delaying other progress. What am I doing? They're further out this way, aren't they? They're over here. That's how tally. There we go. Hunter, hunter. Javelin, hunter. Alright, now we can simply roll out of here. Let's real quick though, just to make sure that the hunt logs are active, I'm going to use a Vesper Aetherite ticket, and we're going to go kill some bogeys. Shoulda, coulda, woulda done it earlier, but oh well. Also, probably a gear check would be good. I'm just kind of rolling around in less than optimal gear. Gained like 10% HP, if that tells you anything. We need 2 for Pugilist, and 3 for the others. Difficulty rank unlocked, so I just need the Thaumaturge. Is there one more? Or did we kill it? Too much death. Too much death. Too strong. But we're fine, because we got one more. Alright, and do you need any more, Cena? Okay, cool. So that's 1, 2, 3. Because we're going to be going to places like South Shroud, East Shroud, Southern Thanalan and stuff, so that'll be good to have unlocked. We are definitely not high enough level, but for sake of kind of speeding things along, I mean, we can go get our gladiator quest and continue the MSQ on these other jobs here until maybe we get to 30. You have all 3 at 30? What kind of overachieving nonsense is this? Anyway, let's go back to old, we'll get Paladin then, and do MSQ with the other classes. Ethernet, Gladiators Guild. I mean, we do still have the level 25 quests that we're turning in. So we'll get 16,000 because of the double, and then we'll get whatever it gives us times 2 again. That looks deceiving. It looks like you're getting a huge defense boost, but you're losing a helmet. So I'm actually just going to go with the same thing with here. It looks like you're huge, but you're losing foot gear. I'm just going to go with the heavy iron gauntlets. And equip. Hey! Your free company can upgrade its own unique company crest. I will do that soon. Oh, this is madness. It's Aldous. He's been arrested by the Brass Blades. They claim he was plotting to assassinate the Sultana. This is utter nonsense. He has no motive to do so, and whatever I've said about the man, he would never resort to using poison. The Alacran must be behind this. They have failed to kill him time and again, and now they're reaching out to their monetarist allies. I don't want to believe Wymond when he said they had such influence, but... Wait, that's it! If anyone can help us unravel this plot, it's Wymond. He has a reputation for knowing things he shouldn't, after all. Find Wymond, see what he can tell us. All this means many things, but he's not a murderer. That's how we read that one. Yeah, we'll get 24,000. That will put us up to... Oh. It'll level me up to 34, but I'm already high enough on Gladiator. But you'll probably get 24,000 for each of the other quests, so... let's see, he's over near the Aetheryte Plaza. I don't think it's quite enough to get us to 30, though. MSQ experience, though. Sprinty. Wymond. I was wondering when you might come along, Eorzeon. Frankly, I'm surprised all this went so quietly. He ought to know there's no walking away from this. What happened between Aldous and Leovold 7 years ago? You really don't know, do you? Best I start at the beginning, then. Aldous is something of an enigma. He and Leovold were 2 of the greatest gladiators ever to grace the Bloodsands, but he threw all that hard-fought glory away for a few gil more. See, the average Uldan loves a good Colosseum fight, and what better way to make a gladiatorial spectacle more entertaining than wagering on the outcome? So when it got out that Aldous was orchestrating a match-fixing scheme of untold proportions, well, you can imagine the shock and anger that people felt. He was expelled from the Colosseum, and his wins were stricken from the record. Your guildmaster Mila got the worst of it, though. Not only was her friend exposed as a fraud, but around the same time, her father fell ill and passed away. There were some oddities surrounding his death, too. 'Twas rumored he took his own life out of shame for his disgraced people, or that he might have even been murdered by the man. Baseless conjecture, really, but it made all this look even that much worse. In the end, Mila lost 2 of the most important men in her life, and was forced to take charge of the guild alone. And Leovold? He tried to go it solo on the Bloodsands, but it wasn't the same. Without Aldous, his career was finished. Now you know the nature of the man you so desperately want to save. Though, judging from that look in your eyes, I gather you still have your reservations. Fine then. Though you can't blame me for doubting a man found in possession of Rauger's bile. 'Tis a vile poison, rare and expensive too. Only the Corpse Brigade knows how to make it, I hear. Gods only know why they'd give it to Aldous. Could go to their headquarters at the Sepulchre in southern Thanaline and ask him direct, I reckon. I have an aversion to direct confrontation, personally, but you don't, do you? By the by, should you save the poor guy's life, tell him we're even, and that I hope it was all worth it. Whew! So he started to see if he could fix matches to make some gil, got disgraced. Mila lost her father, and Leovold lost his glory, so everybody got hurt. Hey, Zephy, how are you? So let's see. I don't have access to the other quests right now, so let's go to Southern Thanalan and do what we need to get Paladin. Now that we've got our Chocobo, this will be slightly faster. I never remember the easy paths up the north way, so I always just roll around the south. Sucks. Little Alamigo just like gets me lost every time. You're leveling tank as well? Awesome. Which one? And I am doing well. Just a little sore from ice skating last night. But other than that, I'm good. I see Cena is rolling up this way. Well, it's nice that you know the pathway. Warrior. Warrior's a fun one. It's just kind of unga bunga hit stuff and never die. See if you can kill me. I dare you. Oh, I've got a mitigation for that. And a heal for that. And that. And that. And that. Just never ends. Alright, we're gonna roll around these guys to avoid attention. Grab the wrinkled bill of sale. Oh, we attracted unwanted attention. Oh my goodness, Cena attracted all the attention. We're supposed to be subtle. Okay, I got this. Wait a minute. Was that guy not taking hits because he was behind the tent? I have to see this. Oh my goodness, people are not taking damage when they're behind the tents. The tent is blocking damage. I never knew that. That's crazy. The things you learn. Good grief. Now I know if I'm going to be in combat in real life, I just need to have a tent. Right. How come you keep picking up enemies? I swear. We gotta work on this. Come on down. We're down here. The bile's down here. Oh, I'm gonna die. I got a potion? I do. Oh, I should probably, like, come over there, huh? Come on, you. It's down here. See if they follow me. There, now you can pick up the thing. And we can actually just run away once you pick up the item. You don't have to fight these guys. I just did because I was waiting for you. Interestingly enough, even though I'm not level 35, we can turn in this quest and unlock Sunken Temple of Karn. So, since we have to swing out here anyway, may as well do that. I missed your message until now. It was very unga bunga, and it never stops being unga bunga. So true. Welcome to the Sunken Temple of Karn, or what remains of it at least. Used by the ancient Baladians as a place to worship the sun goddess Eorzea, much about the temple's history remains shrouded in mystery. While we have sent a research team into the depths, I regret to say that all the investigation proceeds at a snail's pace. That is, when it proceeds at all. It would seem that the Baladians have rigged the temple with all manner of devious traps and snares, to deter temple robbers, no doubt. We have recruited adventurers to assist in disarming the traps, but be forewarned, many who entered have yet to return. Should you wish to brave the depths, we would welcome your aid. So interesting, it was built by the Baladians as a temple to worship Eorzea. Because all my classes are level 30, I couldn't pick up this quest yet. Oh, I'm sorry. It is just in Vesper Bay, though, I believe, so easy one to pick up when... let's go to Ul'dah, when we go back to talk to Minfilia. What I'm picking up there, though, that I didn't actually realize before was the Baladians were worshipping Eorzea. So, like, How long has 12 worship been around? Because it's already sounding longer than I knew. Alright. Where have you been, Eorzeon? All this has been given over into custody of the Sacrarium. They mean to execute him. We must do something. Here, have this stuff. This poison is... You've proof that the Alacran purchased it from the Corpse Brigade? Oh, you've done it. Quickly, you must show this to the official presiding over his execution at Highbridge. Go now! And back off to Eastern Thanalan we go. Okay, so up this way. Okay. I gotta look this up. The 12 on the wiki. The priest is all the way like across the chasm here. He's not down there or anything. He's just kind of standing around there, so this is going to take a little bit of wrapping around. Belief in the 12, a pantheon of gods, each represented by one of the 6 elements upon which all creation is found, has served as a cornerstone for civilization in Eorzea for millennia. Though theologians remain unsure of the exact origins of 12 worship in Eorzea, studies of relics from the Allegan civilization tell us that even 5,000 years ago at the peak of the 3rd astral era, the 6 and 6 deities were already ingrained in society. Not only is the year divided into 12, the 12-year cycles used in modern astrology, city-states still choose a patron deity, etc., etc. There are several creation myths from the different tribes and peoples of Eorzea. However, one of the most widely accepted from someone of Charleon, who became noteworthy for compiling information to create a cohesive theory known as the creation of Eorzea. And then you get more true origin history and stuff as you progress. That is spoilery though, so. Hey, I'm just curious, what are you off to? Or what are you up to? It's so you need to run down the right side of that, like, the bridge there. Yeah, can't really show you. I think you got it. Here, I'll come up. This one always threw me for a loop a few times at the beginning of my gladiatorial learnings. Alright, so here am I. Turn around. Hey! And follow the Eorzeon. We'll explore Highbridge more at another time. Right now, I just kind of want to get Paladin squared away. Order of Naldal Priest. The Sacrarium has sentenced you to death for your crimes against the Sultanate. Have you any last... Huh? Who are you and what do you want? Here, have this bill of wrinkled bill of sale and Rauger's bile. Why am I getting to a fight? I'm proving his innocence. These are bold accusations you make, adventurer. However, the Sacrarium has found the prisoner guilty in the eyes of gods and men, and will be executed forthwith. What? You janker. Don't waste your breath, Eorzeon. Thal's scales have always yielded to wealth above all else, and Leovold spent a fortune to secure my sentence. Silence, criminal. And you, what are you waiting for? Do it. Do it. Shing. Where did that... all this... Just casually leans over the railing. Just couldn't stay away, could you? Well, at least I don't have to steal the headsman's axe. And then, like, we just watch him scoot over and cut the rope, which is done in 1 second. If the gods are to have blood this day, I'm afraid it won't be mine. Since you two are so devout, perhaps you'd be willing to offer yourselves in exchange. Mercy! Interfering with the law is a heinous crime. In fact, I believe it is punishable by death. You're a heinous crime. Why would you fold your arms wearing spiky gauntlets and bracers? They'll just poke you. I had a feeling this spectacle would draw you here. I should have dealt with you myself from the start. Come on, let's dance, brother. He reminds me of like Zell from Final Fantasy VIII slightly. So it's to be a rematch? Very well, I accept. Mila and the others need you, Eorzeon. Leave them to me. Alright. Don't want to fall into the trap of grabbing all the aggro on the guys this time, because I tend to do that and then regret it, because there's like 30 people on me. So I'm not going to use tank stance when I get up here. There we go. I can hit that guy. Although I probably should get up there because they have people that can heal me. There we go. Big heals now. Just gonna drag that guy a little bit further so I can hit everybody at once. Kind of. Should pick up the dudes that pop up there then. But then again, they'll actually just join me, so. Gigaria the Guarded. Just like give this guy a name, even though he has no real bearing on anything. Ooh, I'm gonna die. I need heals, bro. There we go. That's crazy. Normally they don't let you down that low. And duty complete. You died? Oh no. All this. I find that I die more in class quests than like any other thing. Dang, all this? You almost had me, Leovold. Stay back. I won't have your pity. You just had to have it all, didn't you? Just one victory. Just one match. But your precious ego couldn't accept that. You ruined everything. Tell me, Aldous, how does it feel to lose your name, your legacy, everything you ever loved? Yeah, typical Tuesday. I want to know how much you suffered. Let it go, Leovold. It's over. His shield has swords in it. 2 of them. He can still fight. Like, what is he doing? I swear you will never know peace, not in this life or the next. 2 swords. Leovold, no! You know neither of us will see Thal's realm. Let's go. Our comrades are waiting. Alright, so we need to return to Mila. For sake of time, I'm going to let Cena catch up. Go Old Steps of Nald. It really is a high bridge. Alright, I'm going to go turn in. Gladiators Guild. Alright. I'm glad you were there, Eorzeon. Without you, I doubt we could have defeated the Alacran. Have you ever considered the Colosseum? You'd make a wonderful attraction. Of course, you'd need a title that befits your prowess. Now that that's all over, you'll be staying, won't you? No. Leovold may be dead, but the Alacran are far from finished. I'd rather not linger and give them a chance to regroup and seek revenge. It is a true tragedy that I cannot enjoy the company of Oldaw's lovely ladies any longer. Don't say that in front of her. But I have faith that equally radiant beauties await me in distant lands. Don't say that in front of her! All this, Not another word, my dear. It's bad enough that the First Sword has permitted a disgraced gladiator to fraternize with her subordinates. Can you imagine the scandal if she became personally involved with the man? Nevertheless, I understand how you feel, Mila. I'm known to have this effect on the fairer sex. I should have let the headsman have his way with you. That way you might have learned something of humility. But how am I supposed to remember the lesson without a head? I mean, it's a fair question. Your father would be proud of you, Mila. Don't ever change. Ah yes, there's one more thing I wanted to say before I go, Eorzeon. 7 years ago, before my last match on the Blood Sands, I was given an offer, a sultan's ransom in exchange for a loss. Leovold begged and pleaded, but I just couldn't do it. Call it honor or pride or whatever you like. I made my choice, and in spite of all that came of it, to this day I have no regrets. So he was the honorable one, and the story was spun. It's a simple thing to know what's right. Listen to your heart of yours, and it will never lead you astray. Trust in your comrades, have faith in your skills, and you will triumph over any adversity. And with that, I bid you all farewell. I'd better not have to wait 7 years to see him again. There's still so much I want to punch him in the face for. What are you all looking at? This is a training hall. Why aren't you all training right now? You think all it takes to stand on the blood sands is a sword and a stupid grin? No, it takes years of hard work, and an ocean of blood and sweat, and an unbreakable will. Every man and woman here has the potential to become a champion, but it is you, and you alone, who decides your destiny. So answer me now, gladiators. Will you follow in the footsteps of your brothers and sisters and inscribe your names in legend? Alright, 25 is nothing to sniff at for defense, so we'll pick that up. That probably has something to do with it. I am pretty, low geared. That's probably why I was dying in the thing there. Okay, we have Gladiator. We now unlock Paladin via Lulutsu, who takes us up. Oh, there you are, Eorzeon. Perfect timing. I've just heard a juicy bit of gossip that I know you're going to be interested in. Apparently, and remember, you heard this first from me, the Sultan-sworn elite are sharing their secret skills and training of paladins. Incredible, I know. The Sultan-sworn have an exclusive monopoly on the instruction of paladin skills. Once upon a time, if you weren't one of those officer track elites, then you had no chance to learn the arts. And competition to get to the top was very fierce indeed, let me tell you. But anyone who joined had to swear an oath of fealty to the Ul'dah Sultanate, which meant no more adventuring, no more daring-do, and no more Colosseum, just languishing about in the palace, all day polishing plate mail. That's why this news is so big. Now anyone with a bit of commitment can learn the skills of a paladin, and no memorizing the 55 commandments of the sworn or any other nonsense either. This is a golden, no, platinum opportunity that comes once in a lucky adventurer's lifetime. Let this slip through your fingers, and regret will be your just desert. Wait a minute. That says deserts. And regret will be your just deserts. That desserts has 2 S's. You need to go to the Royal Promenade in the Hustings Strip. Find the captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite, Genlins is his name, and tell him how you're just dying to become a paladin. Alright, so we roll up to the Chamber of Rule, and Genlins will be right there. So no fealty commitment to the Sultanate. Yes, I'm Genlins, member of the Sultan's Sworn Elite and servant to the Uldan Sultanate. Unless my instincts deceive me, you have come to inquire about training as a paladin. If so, I would have your name, good sir. Eorzeon? A fine name. I bid you welcome and salute your noble resolve, but if you aspire to paladinhood, you should understand what it means. A paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. We literally just heard otherwise. A paladin shall be the sword and shield of the Sultanate. A paladin defends the people of the realm. Sellswords and gladiators and others of their ilk wield their blades for themselves, but a paladin serves the greater good. Do you understand me? The battle arts that the paladin learns have been held secret, nurtured, and perfected within the ranks of the Sultan's Sworn Elite for nigh on these 600 years. Of all those sworn to protect the Sultanate, the soldiers, the mounted guards, and the knights, we are the elite of the elite. Our conviction unwavering, our hearts true, our swords skills without peer. But the glory of the Sultan's Sworn, well, much of it is buried in the past now. Our brotherhood grows smaller by the year, and we are a shadow of what we once were. And the Sultana turns to sellswords to defend her palace. All this because of one traitor. No, because of a blot of dishonor left by one who shall not be named. And because of him, we have been forced to seek the help of able-bodied adventurers. And there, here you are. We shall instruct you in the paladin military arts. You will not be inducted into the Sultan's Sworn, but serve as a free paladin. However, first you will show us that both your sword and heart have metal, and that you are worthy of the honor. In the ruins of the south, to the south of Little Alamigo, you will find an iron brazier. Light it, and the undead nearby will be drawn to the flames. Slay these monsters and give their hearts to the fire. Return and present to me their ashes as proof of your deed. Now, would-be paladins, show me the metal in your heart and steel in your blade. Alright. Oh, I can't invite, because watching a cutscene. Alright, invite party. Then we'll roll off to Little Alamigo. We're going to try not to pick up the big bad guys this time, right? Right. Okay. And to do that, we're going to stay on the edge. And swinging past this guy. Iron brazier. We start with this one so that we can just jump down. I think there's... There may not be another one, I don't know. Alright, so we get the ashes. Oh, there's a third guy. Iron brazier. That's level 45 area, so no, there's not going to be more. Mysterious. If you are in this place searching for the undead, then you must be a petitioner seeking the secrets of the paladin arts. But make no mistake, simply learning paladin swordplay does not make you a paladin, nor does the armor you wear or the status you claim. I'm just another aging free paladin, but you would do well to heed my counsel. Strike off the shackles that bind your spirit, lift the visor that blinds, and find the true path of the paladin. Here you'll be returning to the captain, yes? Then give him this crystal. It's very suspicious. What? Connection with the server was lost? What timing? Uh-oh. I'm getting notifications. You too, yep, uh-oh. I think we might have to call it for the day. Yeah, because we're not connecting. Let's check the FF14 server status. Well, looks, I mean, everything is saying it's on. Let me load it up again. Screen's gonna be black for a minute while I get this loaded up. If we can't log in, we'll be done. If we can, we'll do the paladin thing, and then we'll call it good. Squeenix. Well, may have just been a temporary. Wait, no, I don't want to leave the queue. Please wait to log in again. But I mean, we were able to connect to the data center, so it's a good sign. It's just gotta clear us out and then we can get back in. 68 in queue. This might take a minute. Gonna grab a quick drink. Oh, and Cena's gotta go. I will just finish up this paladin quest, get Spirits Within and the job crystal, and we will call that a good stopping point. But yep, there we are. Okay, Iron Brazier, Ash Hearts. We'll skip the dialogue we already had. Alright, if you're going back to Genlin's, give him this crystal. The way you use your sword reminds me of a man I used to know. Mine eyes may be old, but they can see truth well enough. Be a paladin strong and true. Devote yourself to the way and become a beacon of light. Very suspicious. Alright, so I'm going to do a real quick, go back to Old Steps of Nald. And we'll do Chamber of Rule. And Genlands. Face the undead monsters who infest the ruins south. Blah, blah, blah. We did. Ash remains. Yes, that's what I needed. Proof that you have defeated the undead. You have shown that your heart is true and your sword has metal. I have no doubt that you will prove to be an attentive pupil. That is well, for there is much to learn. First and foremost is this. You are a paladin now, a custodian of traditions ancient and noble. A free paladin has no master. Instead, he travels all lands, and in every place takes up the cause of the unarmed and defenseless. You swear fealty not to a lord, but to yourself. You are nobility amongst adventurers. And you have taken your first steps on a new path, and you have earned the right to bear this, the soul of the paladin. Upon its surface are carved the deeds of paladins of eras past. He who bears it commands the respect of all knights of honor. Bahamut's Fang, you already possess a crystal? And you say it was given to you by an unknown free paladin who told you to hand it to me? Yes. Yes, I did. I said all that. Where is this crystal of which you speak? I demand you show it to me at once. Curse him. He has made a mockery of the trial. The crystal you bear is indeed the soul of the paladin, but it is disgraced. Impure. It was stolen from the Sultan Sworn. Legasp. The man who gave you this soul is the very traitor whom I have been seeking with these many moons. He's an oathbreaker who bent the knee to the Ul'dan Sultanate and who swore allegiance to the Sultansworn, but then single-handedly sullied our name and trampled it underfoot until it was lost, perhaps forever. How dare he give counsel on honor, on the Paladin way? This soul is polluted, and I must dispose of it. When you come to wield your sword as a Paladin, the only soul you may wear is that which was bestowed upon you by the captain of the Sultansworn. That traitor is no Sultansworn, still less a captain. By giving you a soul, he insulted not only the Brotherhood, but you too. Wow. Perhaps an adventurer like yourself finds our rules nothing more than a nuisance, but through reigns long and short, our forebears in the Sultansworn have preserved its rituals and traditions, and we are duty-bound to uphold them, even if men and women within our own ranks scorn them as relics. It has been my fate to be named captain of the Sultansworn in these troubled times. Though I did not ask for this honor, I have bent my knee to the Sultana and sworn fealty, and I will fight to restore our honor and name. You wield a skilled blade, and more importantly, you have met the traitor face to face. Your great task as a paladin will be to help me bring him to justice. You must ready yourself, marshal your resources, and hone your skills until the time comes when you are able to discharge your duty. The journey will be long, but you are a paladin now, and honor binds you as surely as an oath. Hooray! Spirits within, and the job crystal. Armory unlocked. Paladin unlocked. And this is where we go swing, and hold up the thing. Huzzah! The next Paladin quest will be available upon reaching level 35, which I'm not, but I wanted to unlock Paladin. Congrats! You are now holy. Oh, thank you. Alright. Jobs. You equip a job crystal right here to get the jobs. Hey, if you notice also, the stats are going to change because the jobs use enhanced stat tables. So like 139, 115, 145, 145, 120, 156. We now have extra stats. So these are not affected by sync. So if you equip a job crystal and you go into like a lower area, you actually just get a benefit from being in a job rather than a base class. So fun to know. And then transferring hotbar settings is a kind of a new thing. When you first equip a job crystal, you have the option to transfer whatever was on your hotbar for Gladiator, for example, over to Paladin. You just have to hold transfer. Should you require time to consider, this window will open again the next time you changed your job to Paladin. It's actually pretty handy, since like you can take a look here and see all these things are out of order and stuff. I want them the same way as they were. Now, one thing to note though is that you're not going to have any new skills that you just unlocked because they were not on your Paladin bar. So you need to come to your actions and drag anything that's new back down. So, for example, Spirits Within, and now we are set up. And now that I'm a Paladin and I am all holy, I think it is time to say goodbye for the day, and we will get back to our Holy Crusade next time, and I will see you next time.